Hello Cancer, welcome in. I'm Trace and I'm bringing you the last 2 weeks of June's guidance. Let's see what's coming through for you. I'm going to use some Oracle and some Tarot. Some lovely messages have come through so far. Very interesting messages. We have a new moon in Gemini coming up in the next couple of days, and that brings in a lot of new communication in your head. I know your sign is very much an emotional, sensitive, caring, loving sign. And you know you are ruled by the moon, which is that's that emotional, unconscious sort of response to everything. But what Spirit has given you here is lotus flower enlightenment. Now, as we know, lotus flower grows in mud for a very long time. You've got maybe even months and years of this everything happening under the surface, and nobody actually sees that happening. And it's very much you, Cancer. You always nurturing and giving out to everybody else, but nobody sees you growing. Nobody sees your healing power. You know, people feel very deeply when they're held by you. You know, that's that beautiful warmth. It's all about them, that tenderness that your heart brings. But you can also become a little bit guarded, because where do you get your comforts from? Where do you get your care from? Where do you soften yourself? And sometimes you could feel a little bit left behind. So to restore your faith and your nurturing, I think this card is saying the lotus flowers, you coming out. The next 2 weeks are giving you this promise of your strength. How can you find that within you? That's awesome. So let's see what comes through for you now. Oh, and your tarot cards. And then I'm going to pull your last Moonology card. So Cancerians, let's see what you need to focus on now for the next 2 weeks, and then what is your sort of what are you stepping into, and then your last card will be a message from Spirit. So what do you need to focus on, Cancer? What are you stepping into, and what is your message from Spirit, please? I always take the bottom of the deck, so let's go with that. I've got 8 of Pentacles. So what do you need to focus on? You've got the Page of Cups, that is so you. And then what are you stepping into? The 7 of Wands. And I love that, because that's just showing me that you're listening to this. You're listening to this this enlightenment message coming through here. And it's also giving you the encouragement to put some boundaries up. But this little Page of Cups, what you need to focus on is how you love. How you are you handing out your love in order to be popular? When I say popular, that's actually the wrong word. To be accepted is maybe the right word, because you know the lotus flower here is about strength. The lotus flower is about living through the awareness, the everything that happens around you, and then eventually you push through the mud. That's what lotus flower does. It comes through all of that mud, and then you feel that you've achieved, and then you know that peace, and you know that shift, because when it arrives, you know it. And I think with your Page of Cups here, after many lessons, learning and adventuring and growing, you will be able to know and value that wisdom. Now, the pages are usually quite an immature energy. They're learning, they're growing. So maybe what you need to do is maybe have a little bit more fun, Cancer. Maybe it's not about everybody else for the next 2 weeks, it's about you. So approach life with a bit of a pure heart and a calmer mind, and allow yourself to rise above whatever is around you, whatever's feeling like you have to give all the time, or you have to always be the one that's the strong one. Because this is definitely enlightenment. The word enlightenment feels like a rebirth. So I think, you know, remember your roots, remember you've come from, remember how you've always been humble and grounded. And I've got a Cancer card here, and you can see in this little card there's nurturing. The energy is emotional. There's beautiful sensitive energy coming through. And you know, I think with this Page of Cups is that saying to you that in that it's quite a serious energy. You're always having to sacrifice maybe. And what Spirit wants you to know, what you're stepping into, is 7 of Wands. And the 7 of Wands is putting up that boundary. See how she's looking behind her, and she's walking across the bridge. Now, that area there will be her private zone, and she's putting up the boundary. And I think that is what Spirit is saying to you. You can focus better on what is meant for you, because the 8 of Cups is the focus card of doing what you love in life, filling up your cup. It's usually the card in a work reading of, if you're looking at a career reading, it's usually the card of doing what you love, like building what you love in life. So this is very much taking it back to yourself, where you might have looked at your life and gone, you know, I feel as if my life is just going and I don't know how to get my life back. And I think, Cancer, that's a very big thing for you, because you do invest a lot in other people. And I think with your ones here, it's telling you to go back to your creative online kind of work. If you've got online work going, you know, ones are about anything to do with embracing yourself, doing what you love, not looking at the criticism of others, you know, not always helping everybody else, because that can also lead to judgment as well. So this is about speaking up for yourself and defending your success, rather, and putting yourself into a box that you can check and say, you know, I actually gave myself a little pep talk today, and I'm actually enjoying this newfound love for my life. You know, you've got interesting numbers here. You've got 7 and 8, so it's saying that you are stepping into, you're actually moving forward, and that's the enlightenment, I think. So yeah, it's quite an interesting message. I just want to do your ask card here, which is your Menology card. Let's see how Spirit brings that through for you. Let's see how Spirit brings us through here. You know, and there's also this 8 of Cups. There's also building something for yourself. Almost like you are you're reinviting yourself back to a project that you've put on the back burner for a long time. And Spirit's message here is what you're moving into is focus on that. And that's where you have the fun. That's where you find yourself again. So I think, you know, this is so nice. It's like almost like you can stay up late now and you can focus on you. You don't have to be cooking for everybody and nurturing the whole world. So let's see what your Menology card is coming in. Let's see, Cancer. And you've got, your hard work is paying off. Now, Capricorn is the sign of the worker. Capricorn is the ambitious sign. And this is fitting in so nicely with your reading, because it's saying to you, yes, focus back on you. Focus back on what your projects are. It's time to let go of the nurturing. It's time to almost like reinvent your project. I keep getting that. I keep hearing that. Spirit just keep, thank you, Spirit. I keep hearing reinvent yourself. Put yourself back in the project that you wanted. There's more in your tank. It just feels like there's so much more. You've got so much more to offer, but it's for yourself now, Cancer. This is not about everybody else. This is not about your family. This is not about being the nurturer for everybody. This is about you. And that's why I say that, because of what you're stepping into. You're stepping into a boundary. You almost like you've, yeah, even a fitness routine, because this can also be your health. This can also be building your health and getting yourself up and getting yourself ready for the next 2 weeks. Upskilling yourself, even if you want to do an online course, that's also what this could be. So yeah, even if it's just a ritual, even if it's just something that you can do for yourself every day that's different to every other day, that's what I feel the next 2 weeks are for you. And that is the enlightenment for yourself, and that is that lotus flower coming out for you, Cancer. Awesome message. Take care, and I hope to chat to you next month.